Hi, my name's Kevin, and if you're looking for advice on how to fix a broken heart, then, your heart must really be aching right now. Losing someone you love is probably one of the most difficult things that you'll ever have to go through. I've had my share of heartbreaks as well, and I'm all too familiar with just how devastating it feels to be on the receiving end of a breakup. It hurts. It really does. And, sometimes it feels like it's the end of the world and you wonder how you can possibly get over it. It's such a shock and it's intense. And I just want you to know that it's normal to experience the pain that you're feeling right now. And you may have moments of despair where, you may wonder if it's even possible to get past it. But I promise you that it is, and that you will be able to get over it. And in this video, I actually want to share 5 tips on how to fix a broken heart so that I can actually give you something practical for you to take away that can help you feel better. Okay? So my first tip is to allow yourself to feel the pain. When pain strikes, our instinct is to avoid it. So although it's tempting to try to numb out and attempt to escape the pain you're feeling, don't, because you can't hide from it. All you can do is bury it, but it's still there, hidden, but present. And there's a really famous psychologist named Carl Jung that says, what we resist persists. Think about that again. What we resist persists. So the best way to deal with the pain is by facing it fully. Let the reality of what just happened sink in. If you have to, close your eyes and, fully experience that pain, try to detach yourself from the situation and just feel what's happening to you in your being and become the observer of the pain and be with it fully. Cry if you have to. If you can't cry, don't force it. Let whatever happens happen. Like if your eyes start watering up, just be with it fully and don't judge yourself for anything that you might experience throughout this process, because it's just for you to heal and move on, not to hide away from it, not to pretend like everything's fine, not to say you're okay, but to actually be with it until things become okay. It's actually a really liberating feeling because it allows you to really face it and embrace it. And when you do, it feels like there's this huge burden that just gets lifted off your shoulders, and it's a really liberating feeling, like I said. So it's really good. I recommend it. My second tip is to talk about what happened with someone. So find someone close to you that you can trust and confide in and talk to them about what happened. The reason this is so effective is because it allows you to verbalize your thoughts and feelings. And through this process, you're able to sort of make sense of what happened, and you end up gaining a much better understanding of the situation and what you can actually do about it. It's really easy to just get lost in all the mess and all the confusion. And by doing this, you're going to be able to get perspective on what happened and what you can actually do to deal with a broken heart and move on. So yeah, find someone that you can really trust about it. I know it's harder for some people than others, but there's got to be at least one person close to you, whether it's a friend or a family member. But this whole process is extremely healing, so I recommend it. Okay, so the third tip is to surround yourself with positive people. After you get heartbroken, it's really tempting to just sink into a downward spiral and feel like your whole world is literally just caving in. It's really easy to do that, and you're not wrong for feeling that way. It's normal. But knowing that, and knowing that that tendency is always going to be there. It's important for you to step back from the situation and rely on your mind to set up circumstances that will prevent you from downward spiraling. So, for example, surround yourself with positive energy. Reconnect with friends and family. Seek out new people if you have to. Just try to meet positive people and try to be around that energy. Try to find people that are happy with life and that can make you laugh, that can be lighthearted, that can really just bring you up, someone you can really enjoy spending time with. This will prevent that, downward funk that is all too common after a breakup. Okay? So my fourth tip is to look for lessons to learn. Everything happens for a reason. At least, in the way I see the world, I think it does. And I believe that good things can come out of every situation, even the ones that we think are initially bad. And you can change it to good. Of course, not initially, and getting your heart broken is never going to be good. But if you manage to take away a lesson from this experience, then you can sort of justify it and see that it helped you grow, it helped you learn, it gave you a sense of wisdom or life experience that you otherwise wouldn't have had without this relationship. So, spend a little time thinking about what did you actually learn from this relationship. Sit silently with yourself and reflect on what happened, why it happened, and I think you're really going to learn a lot. And I recommend keeping a journal with you and a pen handy, just in case you have some sort of big realization or aha moment that, you have to write down. And, journaling is a really powerful tool that can help you sort out your thoughts and feelings and get a lot of clarity on things. So if you don't have a close friend to talk to or a family member, you can use that journal. It's like that one source you can go to that won't judge you, that you always have the permission to share your innermost thoughts and feelings without putting yourself out there or being at risk. So, focus on all the valuable life lessons that you learned from this experience, because seeing the positive and what good things came out of this situation can definitely help you heal a broken heart. And the fifth and final tip is to acknowledge the benefits of the breakup. This kind of goes along the lines of the last tip on learning a lesson, but it's different in the sense that, you have to focus on how this new situation can actually help you. Maybe now you finally have the free time to pursue something that's really important to you, or something that you really wanted to do, but you kept putting it off when you were in a relationship just because you didn't have the time, or, you saw them too much and didn't really have your own life, or just not as much time as you would like to for your own life. So maybe now you can have the freedom and the independence to do that thing, or maybe you can just be a more independent person in general and not rely on your ex for your happiness, and not feel so obligated to do things. It's like a certain relief comes from a breakup, because chances are if you guys broke up, then it wasn't all flowers and sunshine, and it probably wasn't all peachy. So think about how this removes that negative energy from your life and gives you the opportunity to really recreate yourself, recreate your life, and do the things you want. So if you like that journal idea that I gave you in the last tip, I really recommend journaling about this as well. Write things that you finally have the freedom to do. What do you have to be happy about? It's liberating to know that you suddenly have this big chunk of time in your hands, and you can invest that into someone that will truly appreciate it, yourself. So, hope these tips have been helpful to you. Take them to heart, use them to improve your life. Obviously, losing someone you love is never going to be easy, and it's never going to be a great feeling, but just a simple shift in focus can really help you look at the bright side and make the best out of the situation, even if it's not really what you wanted to have happen. But that's just life. You can't control other people, and you can't control what they do to you, but you can control what you do about it. And hopefully these tips have given you something that you can do about it. I strive to really give practical advice that you can take away and use, not that cliche bullshit on time heals all wounds, or there's plenty of fish in the sea, or just start dating someone. That's bullshit. The pain you're feeling is real, and you have to do something about it. So pick whichever one of these tips resonates, whichever one feels good, whichever one you think may help you, and do that. And if you want more advice on how to get over a breakup, make sure you click that link right below this video to go to my website, where you can actually download a free chapter from a book I wrote called The Ultimate Guide on How to Get Over a Breakup. And there's tons of other cool videos there and articles, and there's tons of people commenting on all my videos and posts down there, starting up a conversation. So you'll be able to connect with others who are in the same situation as you. And you'll realize that you're not alone, and there are things you can do to get better. So go ahead and click that link and check out my website, okay? Take it easy.